All right, so I have one more thing to teach you before we get to the test, which is on Thursday. This thing is going to be on the study guide tonight, which we're going to go over again tomorrow in a Zoom call. So we talked about solids, liquids, and gases, the three phases of states, the three states of matter. Remember, solids, the particles in those are closely packed, very densely packed with low energy. The liquids are in a medium density and medium energy, and the gases are very loosely packed, very low density and high energy. So we talked about what those look like, but we never talked about the names of the transitions between them. So today, our last thing we're going to look at is those transitions names. So very obvious ones we're going to start with. We're going to go from solid to liquid to gas, and then back from gas to liquid to solid. First, we're looking at solid to liquid. So we have an ice cube, and the ice cube melts, and there we have melting. Melting, going from solid to liquid. Pretty self-explanatory. And then moving on, now we're at a liquid phase. Remember, medium density, medium energy. We're going to go from liquid to gas. This is vaporization. Vaporization. It's turning from a liquid into a vapor, a vaporization. State change from liquid to gas. So we've gone from solid to liquid to gas. Now we go from gas to liquid. And the transition from gas to liquid is what's called condensation. So we have vaporization and then condensation. So it's condensation, it's condensing. We have all these really spread apart particles, and they're condensing. They're coming closer together, condensation, to become a liquid. So now we're at the liquid state. We go from liquid to solid, and it's just like looking at water in an ice cube again. So we're at water, at liquid, and we freeze it into a solid, so freezing. Oh man. Freezing. So, solid to liquid is melting, liquid to gas is vaporization, gas to liquid is condensation, and liquid to solid is freezing. So, these will happen at known temperatures for each object. So we know that water, its freezing and melting point is about 32 degrees Fahrenheit. So that's when it will freeze and when it will melt if it's going in one direction or another. We know that that is also 0 degrees Celsius, which is what we use in science. We use Celsius for our measurements. So 0 degrees Celsius is the freezing and melting point for water. We go over here to when it goes from liquid to gas. Again, in Celsius, this is 100 degrees Celsius. It goes from liquid to gas, and also at 100 degrees Celsius, it will go from gas to liquid. Now, there are these lines on top and bottom that I haven't addressed yet. So they have gas going straight to solid and solid going straight to gas. This doesn't happen often, but it does happen. So we need to talk about it. So if we're going from a solid straight to a gas, if you can imagine we're out on a winter day and there's ice on the road. It's going to stay cold. It's not going to get past this freezing point because it's Indiana, and we're going to stay at like 2 degrees Fahrenheit, or whatever that is in Celsius. We're going to stay in that for, the whole day. Even when it's nighttime, even when in the middle of the day, it's going to stay at 2, which is much lower than the freezing or melting point. But somehow, that ice on the road is going to go away. That's through something called sublimation. So sublimation Sublimation is the movement from a solid straight to a gas. Now, the opposite process also happens for gas to solid. If we're going from a gas to solid, this is something that is known as deposition. Deposition. So it's depositing. It's still a gas, and it just deposits on a spot. Deposition. So this can be when it's just so chillingly cold outside that it goes straight from a gas in the air to a solid. The water in the air will immediately freeze when it comes into contact with something. So, solid to gas, is sublimation. Gas to solid is deposition. One other example of sublimation that I just thought of is dry ice. If you've ever looked at dry ice, it has just this gas coming off of it all the time. Dry ice is frozen carbon dioxide, and frozen carbon dioxide, it melts and turns to a gas at such a low temperature that it is going straight from solid to gas anytime it's outside of its packaging that it's sent in. All right. Well, this is all of the vocab words that you need for the study guide tonight. Remember, this is also going to be on the test that's on Thursday. This study guide that we are doing for homework tonight, we are also going to do a mandatory Zoom call on Wednesday where we're going to go over it and go over anything extra that we need to before the test that's on Thursday. I'm still in regular school mode for some reason. All right, so get this done. If you have any questions, please email me or request a Zoom call. I'll be happy to get on one with you guys between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Good luck on this.